Hey folks, welcome to Backwater Casting. I'm out today with Rene Pelletier, one of the top anglers on the hook and paddle kayak series. So that's a totally different beast than what I'm running. So we're gonna have fun. We're gonna share some baits. We're gonna see what we can catch out here today. I'm gonna learn a little bit about kayak fishing, and we're gonna start right here. So I am probably gonna start off with a top water this morning, and I see you got an Ed rig there already.
Yep.
A couple other things. So we're going to jump in that cove and we're going to see what happens before we run up the lake a little bit more. A little popper right over there. Big, but he smacked that tube just as I was lifting it out of the water. Crazy smallmouth. Kamikaze little fish. One thing for sure, we know he's not going to be hooked very bad because that was right on top when he hit it.
He must have followed
There,
it.
he's not mighty, but that's our first fish of the day right there. Not marked up very much, he's just brown. Not much, must be not a lot there, but we got weeds under us here. You can see the weeds in the water.
I'm gonna go to a perch colored spinnerbait. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's a little bit more weedless and I'll be able to cast in the weeds.
They're liking that little Shimano Whirl Pop.
Acrobatic.
Yeah.
Do you need the net or?
No, I'll get them. Just trying to steer around these rocks while we're going. I mean, there's some pretty serious rock here.
Nice.
That's a better fish. Oh, he's probably 2.5. He's fat.
I'm just going deep diver craw.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Nice chunky fish too. Big belly. Look at the gut on him. That was on that Whirl Pop Flash Minnow, that new one from Shimano. I can still see it. You see the shivering in there. It's got a foil strip in there on a spring, and that just vibrates when it's sitting. Anyway, I think that might work today because of the sun. It's a nice bright day.
Right at the boat,
Boys,
like you said.
oh boys, yeah, there's no warning there.
Calm down, calm down.
So that fish was a little deeper, 12 to 14 feet.
A little bit. I think the fish was deeper, but he chased it right up and hit it about 2 feet.
Yeah, there was one spot there that was 12 feet, and we're back in 16, so there must have been something come up there. Totally random, just fired. We were going really high to get over to a shoal, and I just made a really random cast just to keep the line in the water. Boy, he's running too, he's behind the boat. That's that jackall re-ranged in that, they call it sexy shad.
That's a decent sized fish.
Yeah. Come on.
Do you need the net for that one?
I haven't seen it yet. It's under the boat. I'm not. The breeze is blowing it over the boat over top of it. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, we'll scoop them. Ah. Yeah, the belly hook on that jackall re-range was in my hand the other day, so I'm very, very careful. Yeah, nice solid fish.
He's got pattern on one side,
Yep.
not the other.
He's starting, yeah. Yeah, the one in that first cove, they're just dark. It shows you whatever they're on is what they camo to. Look at that, he switched colors on me. I went to the craw and he switched colors on me. Boys, oh boys.
Little bass.
Boys, they're not very big. Holy smokes. That'd be a meal for a week for him. Goodness gracious. Tough little guy, fight like crazy.
Little one.
Yeah.
I don't know why mine are hitting so funny.
I don't know why we're not seeing more. There you go.
Little fish. I caught it on a screw pointer. So it's just basically a hard bait that has a prop in the front and a prop in the back. So it makes a little bit more noise going through the water. Disturbs a little bit more water.
Oh, it is bite. No fight to him at all. I thought I had a big wad of grass.
Log.
No fight to him at all.
Decent sized fish though.
Yeah, he's a little better than the other ones, but pop that right out. No harm done. Oh, there's 4 of them there. Get on top of me. Throw right in there with me. There's a whole bunch of them right there. Yeah, just throw right in front of the trolling motor. They're right underneath with this guy. Yeah, it was a whole school of them came.
Sometimes it'll start a feeding frenzy, but I guess.
Oh, there was a whole school of them.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch, all the same size too. They'd be good fish.
I'll see if I can cast as far as you did.
Yep, up. Let me get a picture of that. That's on my favorite jackall re-range.
Good fish.
We'll stay here for a minute. There was a whole bunch of them and they were all that size. It's odd to see them bunched up like that this time of year. Usually they're a little more scattered in the summer. Spring and fall they tend to bunch up like that. But yeah, it'd be nice to get another one. There's at least 4 underneath them.
Spinnerbait. See if I can catch something off these pads.
Anybody that's watched the show knows that I always fish a trailer hook on a spinnerbait. So we're just gonna show Rene how I do mine. The hook I use, it comes with an open eye. We're gonna put that on and take our pliers and we're gonna close that eye.
So your trailer hook points down?
A lot of guys fish it one up, one down.
If it works, I'd like to know about it.
So I make my own little keepers. So I take a hole punch, coffee can, and I punch those little discs out and I put a little hole in the middle to start it.
That's one thing I tell everybody. I never shy away from advice, doesn't matter who it is.
Line it up on the little hole I made in it already. So that will keep that hook from coming back up over the eye, but it's free swinging, it moves, it doesn't bind or anything. And you know, as you've seen over the years, lots of bonus fish on that.
If this increases my landing ratio, the people on Hook and Paddle will really love the fact that you showed me this advice.
Double header, boys. Oh, mine's gone.
I think
You got bit.
It's a smallmouth. We'll see if it picked the trailer hook or not.
Yeah, we'll make a convert out of you.
Tell you the
That
truth,
one's down, so you got.
tell you the truth, it wouldn't matter because I like the idea. I'm gonna bring them towards you. Okay.
There we go. So where is the hook? Inquiring minds need to know.
The original hook. I'm already sold. See that, but your trailer hook was right there to follow though.
Yeah.
If it didn't hook. That keeper that you has is doing a good job of keeping it in the lip also. Best one for me for the day.
There'll be more. There we go. Cool. And I lost mine, trailer hook and all.
He came from underneath because I saw the white of his belly when he hit.
So Rene, why don't you tell the folks a little bit about the Hook and Paddle kayak tournament series you're involved with?
So I participated in a kayak series back in 2015 for my first time. And I think at the beginning, probably that was in 2017 or 2018, we probably had maybe a dozen anglers, 10 to a dozen anglers at each tournament. Well, now it's grown to such an extent that we have bigger prizes.
So how does that work out? I know you fish multiple species in the tournament, so how do you do that and how does it work out?
There's different growth size where species are difficult to identify. He's listed 16 species that are easily distinguishable so that it's easier on the judges and the competitors. So we all take off at around 8 o'clock. You catch the biggest fish you can in each species that's available. So if you only catch one, that's fine, but if you catch 10 bass, well, it's only your biggest bass that counts. As you catch your fish, you put the fish on the measuring board that you have, the approved measuring board, and you take a picture with that identification number for that day. So at the end of the day, the largest fish of each species, you then text it to the organizer, and he adds up your total, and whoever has the biggest total wins the day.
The species things bring something else to my mind because you're fishing in kayaks. I understand in the last tournament, a couple of you guys caught a sturgeon. That has to be interesting in a kayak.
The sturgeon isn't actually that difficult because we have measuring boards that are about 36 inches. So as long as the sturgeon is under 36 inches, we can actually get it on there. We just have to be careful when it flails about, but we just put it back on the board. And some of the phones now, they actually have the 0.5 magnification on our phones. So we just hit that, it backs up the magnification, and it's actually easier to get the fish in the frame. What is interesting is I actually caught a muskie once in the kayak during a tournament, and it was a 32-inch muskie. Now having that on the measuring board flailing about, that's a little nerve-wracking.
I know you've been at this for a couple of years, but how are you making out with the tournaments this year?
So far I've won 3 events, and we've done 5 altogether. So in the other events, I think I finished 4th in one, 3rd in another. And yeah, now there's going to be 9 events this year, so I still got to keep working hard if I want to stand a chance at keeping my title.
Yes, sir. Oh,
Gone.
there's another one. Oh, this is a good one.
Oh, great fish.
Yeah, Alan's down. That's a good fish.
I'll get the net for you. That's a real nice fish.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's a tournament fish right there. That's a go-to-weigh-in fish. Solid. I mean, I never even moved that. It hit the water, and I was watching that fish come after you, and
Yeah.
it just whoosh.
You want me to take a picture of that one too?
Oh, absolutely. There we go.
You know he's heavy when he breaks the grip. That's a great looking fish, Rick. That's at least over 3.
3 something. I mean, just the weight's right there. I mean, look at the size of that right there. That's where all the weight is, right there.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was even heavier.
Yeah. Oh, she could be a 4. She's a solid fish. It was heavy to hold. He was there.
I must like these half-pounders. That was on a Ned rig, but a real light one.
That guy was fairly close to the boat, 20 feet maybe, right at the end of my retrieve. Come on. So we're on an edge. I'm looking at the rocks here, and I'm looking at dark water. So that edge is going off in that direction. And the last one, I missed one just a second ago as well, and he was further out than this guy, but on that same edge. Seems to be the average size in the lake here this year.
Because the wind speed picked up, so we're drifting faster, and it's harder for it. The lighter the weight, the longer time it takes to get to the bottom, but you get better feel. But when your Ned rig can't get to the bottom, you have to increase the weight so it can get to the bottom. And it also allows me to feel the bottom better, so I can feel when a fish picks it up. Okay, come on over here, buddy. Over this way, this way.
Could not get to the button.
Thank you, sir. If it was yours, you swallowed it.
Well, I don't think he had any intention of giving it back. Good. Solid chunk. Looked like a net fish. They all look big when they're way out there. He's good. Boys, I'm telling you, boys, they pull. And that mono, I mean, it's like a bit of a rubber band. They get a run on you and they kind of bounce them back. There, oh, boy, yeah. Oh, he's going sideways the way he's going. There we go. And another chunky one.
Another good fish.
Yeah, nice chunky. Yeah, they're so fat. I mean, they eat well. That was on that Jack All Ree range. My favorite color. Yeah, that's a good one. Good one.
Yeah, the mouth's bigger.
You want a net or is he good? I got a net ready.
Yeah, I might as well use the net if it's there. Thanks, sir. At least they're hooking good right in the top of the...
Yeah. Yeah, just where you want them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I swung out the other way. You guys were both fishing in. I thought, well, what the heck, I'll throw out in the deeper water. And that was the first cast with a drop shot out there. Oh, sounds all right. You still haven't seen them, but... Yeah, I don't know if that had barely hit the bottom. Yeah, but Okay, thought he was bigger, but I'll take him.
Oh, he's fighting more.
Oh, he's tough.
Actually, he's heavier than you think.
Yeah, that's a good fish. Well, that's what I'm saying about my little hook. Go to the downside. Yeah, nice. Again, big belly on it. There you go.
It's a small fish, but he was fighting hard.
Smallmouth.
Oh, look at that, Rick. This is the trailer.
You got the trailer? I rest my case. Oh, I saw him down there. I dropped right on his head. Yeah, I dropped that right on his head.
I wonder if that's the one that just dropped my...
Possible. Quite a ways away, but it is possible. He was just sitting on the bottom right under the nose of the boat. Yeah, look down.
Oh, do you need a net? Huh?
No, look down at the graph, and there he was.
Look at him. He's a healthy fish.
Yep. They all seem to be healthy in here. Hard to imagine how powerful. I guess they're all muscle. He's pretty brown too. Not a lot of markings on him. Oh, you think he's coming? I'll watch the water. If you got him coming, I'll drop right on his head.
Oh, that's... Actually, he's not. Trailer. Rick, I might have to dedicate a tournament win to you, maybe.
There you go. Only if you do it on a trailer hook. There we go. He was right. There's more in there. Oh, that's a nice one. Might as well get right back in there.
Yep.
And I think we're spoiled. Like, to me, we're catching some fish, but this is a hard day. I know guys would think that this was an absolutely outstanding day. I think we're spoiled.
Oh yeah, there's can always be worse. I think your fish is nicer than mine. I don't think you'll beat the one you already did though.
That was a good one.
The one in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like a nice one. Oh yeah, he's a nice one. Well,
Can't
not as nice as Rick's, but nice for me.
Couldn't see him.
Nice for me. Good, he pulled hard.
Nothing pulls like a smallmouth. Yeah, nice fish. That's a good little spot. You got that first one, I got one, you got another one, I missed one. It's a good little spot, nice one.
And I think there's more down there.
I'll tell you what, these things, these re-rangers are so sticky. I have a hard time sometimes tying them on. You got hooks in you. You're just twisting your hand all over the place trying to keep the hooks away from your fingers. Yeah. Anyway, again, look at the bellies on them. I mean, no wonder they fight so hard. They're just round. That fish is right under the boat. And I'm always on 200 kilohertz, so it's a nice, tight, narrow cone.
Right.
There you go. That's calling the fish. Whoa! He almost jumped right in the boat with you.
He won't. He doesn't want to come the right way.
That's funny right there. He did not want to come, and then he try to jump in the boat.
That's a nice, another nice one. All right, come on up. You want in? I'll bring you in.
Yeah. That shows you, you just pay attention to that sonar, and those are the bonus fish.
So basically, we just had caught 3 fish in a row, and I looked down at the sonar, and I saw there was another hit, a decent sized hit. So I just dropped my Ned rig down in behind the motor, and I bounced it once, and next thing you know, there was weight on the end. So I set the hook, and it was a nice size smallmouth.
Look at that. So I'm not surprised. He wasn't fighting like a big fish would fight. Just 60 feet of rubber band monofilament line.
Do you need the net?
No.
Oh.
He says, I'm handsome, but I'm not. Oh, look at there's a crayfish down there. That was all, the claws and stuff were right in his throat, but all you see is a piece of the antenna now. Yeah, pretty amazing. He had a good-sized crawfish in his gullet, and he still hit this jerkbait. So, I mean, when they're feeding, they're feeding.
A smallmouth. I just picked it up off a brush pile that I saw in the fish finder.
Yeah, that's calling it. That's 4 or 5 that you've got in the last little while, all on the screen.
Just a small one. So maybe mom or dad's sitting underneath the little fish. So I'll fish the bottom.
Well, usually you've got to get through the small ones to get
Yeah.
at the big ones, because the small ones eat everything that comes by. Powerful little critters, aren't they? Just absolutely no quit in them at all. Oh, no. I already did that once this week. There we go. Again, big fat bellies on them. Oh, mine's off.
Not big fish anyway.
I think mine was a 4-pounder.
Little fish. Spinnerbait's working good. I saw a lot of baby perch, so decided to put perch pattern on a spinnerbait, and it seems to be working well.
Yeah, he's not big. No. Just must have saw the whole fish sideways on top or something. He looked big when he first. No, somebody's caught him before too. So somebody else is fishing here for sure. He's got a boo-boo. Oh. Yeah,
Fish
double
on.
header.
There's fish around that rock that the This is a mighty little fish.
Look how brown he is though. Seriously brown fish.
Yeah,
I think that's all right.
This guy's been caught before too, I think.
Yeah. Rene, pleasure having you out in the boat. Great that you took the time to come with us today. I enjoyed hearing about your kayak fishing. That looks pretty neat. I might have to have a look at that. Maybe damage your trophy potential for next year.
Yeah. Well, I got extra kayaks. You're always invited to come. I don't know if you'll enjoy it as much as I enjoyed my time today.
Oh, I like fishing. I enjoy it all aspects of it. It's a little tougher. Nope, the big fish are just scarce here today. But I don't know what we did today. Maybe 40 bass, maybe. So, you know, decent days fishing for most people. I mean, we're just spoiled. Like I said that in the water, we're just spoiled.
Yeah.
But I love the lake. It's good. One of these days I'll figure out we're going to summer fish. The big fish go in the summer because we thought we had that dialed in, but they're gone. Anyway, we had a lot of fun doing this today. Hope you enjoy the show.